Welcome back to Women vs. Travels. This is Sydney, and in this video we're heading to southern Chile to understand who the Patagonian Gauchos really are, how they dressed, how they worked with animals, and how they survived one of the most demanding landscapes on Earth. At the far south of Chile, where wind dictates the day and distances erase time, there is a way of life built around horses, animals, and endurance. This is the Chilean Gaucho, not a symbol, but a worker shaped by Patagonia itself. The Gaucho tradition reached Chile through Patagonia in the 19th century, following the spread of cattle and sheep ranching. Here, Gauchos lived and worked on vast estancias, or ranches, often spending weeks away from towns, responsible for the land that stretched further than the eye could see. They were valued not for strength alone, but for judgment, knowing when to move animals, when to wait, and when weather made movement dangerous. Every part of a Gaucho's clothing had a purpose. As you will see later, the wide-brimmed hat shielded rain and glare. Thick wool ponchos trapped heat and doubled as blankets at night. Leather trousers, or bombachas, were used to protect legs from thorns and rope burns, as they worked extensively with these objects. Heavy boots gave traction in mud and snow, and the facon knife, worn at the waist, wasn't just symbolic or beautiful. It cut rope, prepared food, and worked in hides. In Patagonia, unnecessary items were left behind. Only what worked stayed. In southern Chile, sheep ranching became central. Gauchos spent their days checking animals scattered across immense terrain, watching for injury, illness, or exposure to cold winds. It's also why, in the past, they used to have colorful pom-poms attached to their hat so they could see each other through the snow and through the wind. When animals were hurt, Gauchos cleaned wounds, wrapped hooves, and separated weak sheep from the flock. Dogs were especially trained partners, responding to whistles and hand signals, helping move animals without panic and through the incredible winds and noise that is down here. During the Yerra, animals were gathered, counted, marked, and sorted. Younger workers learned by watching elders on how pressure, patience, and timing mattered. Gaucho survival wasn't just about muscle, it was about reading the land. In Patagonia's volatile climate, subtle signs mattered. Wind direction could tell you if night temperatures would plunge or if rain was headed in from the west. Gauchos learned to watch birds, clouds, and even the behavior of livestock to predict storms before instruments ever existed. Workdays were long and isolated, and that's where mate, the bitter herbal infusion, played its part. This was brought south by the cultural flows of indigenous traditions. Drinking mate became a daily ritual among Gauchos. It is a caffeine-rich beverage that helped keep them alert and nourished during cold mornings and long waits. And the way it was shared strengthened community bonds across lonely miles of ranchland. It's a very culturally significant moment for you to be sitting around their traditional fire, eating wonderful food, and passing around your cup of mate to the people around you. Now, the rise of sheep ranching in the late 19th and early 20th centuries reshaped the landscape Gauchos called home. Vast numbers of sheep were brought into Patagonia's grasslands, creating a booming wool and meat economy, but also changing land use and social structure. Lands once open to roaming became enclosed into private estancias, forcing many Gauchos to adapt from free-range horsemen into ranch laborers, or to abandon the life entirely. The Gauchos you see here have partnered with Explora Lodge, but also work with other lodges in the area to have tourists come and understand their ways of life. It is clear that the connection to the land and the rituals born from it, from mate circles to weather wisdom, remains core to what the Patagonian Gaucho is today. History survives when it's shared. If this gave you a deeper understanding of Patagonia's Gauchos, like this video, subscribe, and help keep these stories alive. Thank you for watching. See you next time.